Hello, I'm Bill Durden, president of Dickinson College. I'm gathered here with my good colleague, Dr. Robert Massa, to answer some questions the Education Conservancy has put forward to college presidents and admissions vice presidents and deans. Bob, let me start off with a question that is often asked. How important is it to attend the one best college?
Well, that is an interesting question. I really don't think there is one best college. There are 2,400 colleges and universities in the United States. Many of them are excellent choices for students. The most important thing that I think students should ask when they're looking for a college is, what are my goals as a student, as a person? Who do I want to become as a person? And how can a particular college best fit that? So it's not so much a question of the best college, but a question really of the best college for you as a student. And that has to do with your goals and aspirations and the college's ability to meet those.
Another question, how do I know if a college is a good college?
Well, it seems to me that there are two answers to that. The first is if the college meets the students' objectives in terms of what they want to learn, what their major is, and what they can do after graduation. But the second is really, is the college able to articulate purposefully what it is about? If they can do that, and if that's in line with what the student is about, then that is the right college for that particular student. Do you have another take on that?
I don't have another take, but I have a further question, and we can talk about this. What about the student who says, you know, the good college is the college that's in the top 10 U.S. News rankings. Someone else has determined this. It's good, it has a name, it's prestigious. That's where I need to go. What's your thought of that?
The real problems with ranking colleges or ranking anything is that it takes objective data, it weights those data in arbitrary ways, and then it creates a list for the public to judge that one college is better than another. It's much more complex than that. You need to get under the covers, you need to get into the campus, you need to talk to faculty and students, you need to really get a sense of the educational environment there. Go to class, see what's happening in the class, the interaction between students and faculty. What kind of environment is there in the classroom? Is that what you're comfortable in? Stay overnight in a residence hall, experience student life. That's how you really get to determine whether a college or university is the right place for you. All of these are much more important facts than, you know, whether school number 25 is better than school number 35. I mean, that's just arbitrary and really not a good way to approach this.
What tells you you're having that good college experience?
Anyone can go to a higher education institution and take classes. And those classes may or may not be related, but if there's not a common theme where faculty are really talking with one another between departments and really helping students to understand and see connections between different areas of knowledge, they're simply going through a rote learning process as opposed to understanding how to solve problems creatively and to think critically.
Right. I think students, too, for a good experience, they need to own that experience. For a good college experience, students getting out there, exposing themselves to opportunity, intellectual opportunity, out-of-class opportunity, and they will meet an event that changes them, that moves that experience.
I think another aspect of a really good college experience is the diversity of the student body. And by diversity, I'm not only talking about racial diversity, I'm talking about socioeconomic, geographic, religious, different ideas, different political orientations, because when students are different, when they bring a different perspective into the classroom, that creates some tension, some creative tension. Right. And colleges that have and embrace diversity are better able, I think, to meet that demand of our student body.
I think also what makes a good college experience is going to an institution that is engaged with the issues of the day, that has a voice. It may be unpopular, it may be criticized, but you're in an environment where you see your institution modeling the type of behavior you should have as citizens. Another question. How do I discern, we're getting into it, the genuine differences between and among colleges?
on the surface, one can look at things like graduation rates and where students are going after they graduate, what kind of jobs they get. But you've hit it really when you talk about the ethos of the institution, the values of the institution. Is the college out there on issues that matter? We really, at Dickinson, we really don't want students to be comfortable. We want them to be a little on edge in the classroom, because that really pushes our students to achieve, pushes our students to think critically and go beyond the normal boundaries.
The problem with the college search today is that it's almost all the colleges have sort of the same message. And we really need to look at the breakout institutions. You need to look at the ones that are articulating for our times. Try to get a feeling for that energy, that passion that you can absorb by being a student. What questions should I, as a prospective student, ask myself as I consider selecting colleges? What are the key questions?
You should not, in my judgment, judge a college based on how difficult it is to get into. Because we confuse selectivity with quality. The quality educational experience is one that places demands on the student to understand and see connections between different areas, to think critically, to know how to solve problems. Basically what we're talking about here is preparing students to be citizens in the 21st century.
Now, final question. This is so difficult. How does a young person and a family keep the college application process, the college search, in perspective, so it doesn't become a trauma in your life and you can enjoy a very important transition in your life?
There are plenty of good colleges out there for students. If you ask the right questions, if you know yourself first, and I think this is key, because students always look, the first question that students ask is, can I get into this school? That's the wrong question to ask. The first question to ask is, how do I learn best? How do I interact with others? And what do I expect out of my college experience? Know yourself first. And if you know yourself first, then you can begin, through looking at websites and actually visiting college campuses, you can begin to discern the characteristics and personality at each individual school and see how that fits, how that meshes with your personality and characteristics. If you do that, and if you do it in an organized way, take notes, keep a notebook, understand deadlines, understand programs, things of that nature. When you do that in an organized way, it's not going to be a frenzy. You're going to select colleges, each one of which you would love to go to if you got in, and if you could afford it. My suggestion is choose 6 or 7 first choice colleges that you'd love to go to, that match your personality, your learning style, your goals. And if you do it that way, you're going to be a winner. And you're going to go through a process that is not going to be filled with angst, but will be filled with excitement.
Well, first, I think also that if you go through the process, which is the right process that you're recommending, I think you're also, a byproduct, you're going to learn something about who you are for the rest of your life.
Right.
So this is one of your first major challenges of matching yourself to something larger than yourself.
The final thing that I would say is that this is about you. It's not about your parents. It's not about your friends, what they think. It's about you. And if you're comfortable with your choice, and if you're making it for the right reasons, not because you want to see the window sticker on the car that will tell everybody that you're smart, but because you choose the institution, the college or the university that is right for you, you will be fulfilled, you'll be happy, and you'll go on to a productive life.
I think it's good advice. I hope that is helpful, and thank you very much. Good luck with your search.